He's better than Rice. He's better than Gravenberch. He's better than McAllister. Arteta's ego won't allow him to be benched. Zubimendi is a temu Rodri. One player has their medical today. One player has their medical tomorrow. Another Monday. Hopefully, maybe. Rayan Cherki Monday. Hopefully we've got a here we go before then. So today, apparently Rayan Aït-Nouri is doing his medical, so we should get news on that soon. Tomorrow is Reijnders. I got them the other way around in yesterday's video. Apologies. And then hopefully Cherki. Well, you'd hope it was done by then because there's only 3 days left of this special window for the Club World Cup that they opened to everyone, which wasn't special in the end anyway. So, yeah, Cherki. Apparently, there's a dispute with Lyon over a contract buyout clause, which wasn't a contract buyout clause, which was a gentleman's agreement. Pretty much like the Harry Kane, Daniel Levy gentleman's agreement, where he basically scammed Harry Kane into staying at the club, because the year that we got Grealish, we should have got Harry Kane as well. But things work out, don't they? I mean, if we had Harry Kane, that means we wouldn't get Haaland. Or we possibly won't get Haaland. I bet they were working on Haaland for quite a while. But yeah, we got Grealish for 100 million. We're supposed to get Kane for 100 million. And yeah, that would have been... Don't get me wrong, Kane, for the short term, Kane would have been good, but in the long term, nah. I'm glad we got Haaland. Haaland played last night in the 3-0 win against Italy. He scored. Good goal. Good assist from Ødegaard, to be fair. Yeah, so in the long run, we got our better option. Rayan Aït-Nouri. I'll be glad when all these are over the line, when the medicals are done and they're over the line, because you can feel a lot more secure. The one I'm really worried about though is Cherki. Now, I've seen a lot of sources saying that, you know, it's pretty much done. It's pretty much done. Just little negotiations, and then it's good to go. David Ornstein said that they want double his price. So what's that, like 50 mil, 60 mil euros? I don't care. Just pay it. Get him here. Let's do it. Other news. Ronald Koeman was the reasoning behind Pep going after Tani Reijnders. Dutch manager. Basically, Pep rang him up and he said, "All right, Ron, I need some decent players. What you got?" And he suggested Tani Reijnders. And let's be fair, Pep's not stupid. Pep would have seen Reijnders playing in that league last year, and getting him 46 million. It's an absolute bargain. In my opinion, he's better than Rice. He's better than Gravenberch. He's better than McAllister. He's better than Caicedo. He is a phenomenal player. Now, he's only done it in Serie A, but let's be fair. Like, Serie A is defensive, is very defensive football. So if he can break the lines in a weak Italian team, then, you know, we've got hope for him. He's going to be a good player. Now, I've seen the compilations. Any player can look good on a compilation. The difference is I've seen Tani Reijnders put a through ball through, and Declan Rice doesn't even know what a through ball is. So yeah, we're plus there. Yeah, so that's all I've got for you as far as Manchester City's concerned. In other news, Manchester United going after Bryan Mbeumo, offered 55, I think. Brentford apparently holding out for 65, 70, which is fair. Bryan Mbeumo. Well, is it fair? Bryan Mbeumo isn't really this, you know, player you see like lighting up the world. He's no. You know, when you look at Rafinha at Leeds and you think, wow, what a player, he's going to go on and be phenomenal, which he is at Barcelona. He's phenomenal. You see an Anthony. No, not an Anthony. A Hazard at Chelsea, and you know that they're going to be phenomenal. I mean, that's probably a bad example. He went to Real Madrid and he was absolute garbage. But let's be fair, that's because he liked the donuts. He just gave up. He completed football and gave up. Then again, did he even complete football? Was he at Chelsea when I can't remember if he was at Chelsea when they won the Champions League and Havertz scored that goal. Yeah, so Bryan Mbeumo, is he worth 65 million? No, I don't think he is. But to Brentford he is. Like to United, he's just another player that they're going to wreck. And let's be fair, Bryan Mbeumo's going there for the cash. He's going there for 250k a week. The same reason Kuna went to United from Wolves. Like, what are these players doing? I understand at some point for United there does have to be a change, but for me, I think they need a total reset. Moving on, Arsenal, still nothing confirmed about Sesko or Gyökeres. I think Gyökeres is waiting. I think Gyökeres would rather Arsenal than Manchester United. But if Arsenal do the stupid thing and go for Sesko instead of Gyökeres, then they're going to give United a free run at Gyökeres, which is very stupid. Arsenal, they need Gyökeres, not Sesko. Never mind Sesko's aerial ability. Gyökeres is the type of player that not do it alone, but you have more confidence in his finishing ability. Sesko is just good in the air, and Arsenal are already set piece FC. What happens when they lose Saka again and their set pieces get a bit worse? What's going to happen then? Saka can put it on the head. Ødegaard, not so good. He's all right, but he's not so good as Saka. And yeah, I think rather than going for that type of striker, they need a Gyökeres. But then there's another side of me thinking, hold on, is Arsenal going for Sesko because they know he's not a finished product? And they're already paying Havertz 280k a week. And for Arteta to put Havertz on the bench and carry on playing Sesko, that would hurt his ego. Now Arteta has a massive ego, which, in fairness, you do as a manager, you do need a bit of ego. He won't allow his ego to be hurt by whipping Havertz on the bench, and he's paying him 280k a week. So unless Havertz is going to move into midfield, which it doesn't seem Arteta wants to do, there's going to be 280k a week sitting on the bench, or there's going to be 280k a week playing who is not a finished striker, is not the finished article, he's not clinical, injury prone. It's just not good. So what's going to happen is Havertz is going to be the main striker. Sesko will be on the bench. He'll come on for 25 minutes at the end of the game. Hopefully change something, and then he'll have to try and work his way into the team then. So he'll have to try and make an impact to try and start the following game, and then he's gonna have to keep going like that. So there was something that came out that said you'll be surprised at how many games Havertz will start next season. Not for me. I'm not surprised because they pay him 280k a week. He's got 3 years left on his contract, and Arteta's ego won't allow him to be benched. So there's a bit of a scrap going on at the minute between Arteta and Berta. Apparently, Berta wants Gyökeres and Arteta wants Sesko. But Berta is the sporting director. You let that guy do what he wants to do. You let that guy decide for you. You're the manager. You manage the players. You don't pick the players. You're not the boss of the club. Be a manager. Sticking to Arsenal, Rodrigo apparently. I mean, for Arsenal to get Rodrigo, I think that would be good. That'd be better for them though. What for us? We've got Marmoush. We don't need Rodrigo. We got Marmoush, Doku. They need Rodrigo. Let them have Rodrigo. Martinelli, not clinical enough. His right decision would be to go to Arsenal. And I think he would actually be a decent player there. The only problem is that Rodrigo stated that his preferred position is a number 10. Now, Arsenal already have a number 10, so he's not going to get that there either. But granted, he'd take left wing over right wing anyway, so yeah, maybe he would. Either way, 80 million. I wouldn't want him for City, but Arsenal, not bad. Moving on, Zubimendi. No idea where Zubimendi is. Apparently, he was coming in. But if you look at Arsenal's midfield, they got Rice, Partey, Marino, and then if Havertz does get dropped from striker position, then they got Havertz there as well. Not to mention all the youngsters that they've promised places to. Yeah, I don't know if this apparently Zubamendi is done, but for me, I don't think I don't even think it changes them that much. So yeah, doesn't really matter. Anyway, hit that like button, hit the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.